Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to learn about refining process. In previous classes, we learned how metals are extracted from its ore. In this section, let us discuss some of the common refining methods such as distillation, liquefaction, and electrolytic refining. Generally, the metal extracted from its ore contains some impurities such as unreacted oxide ore, other metals, and non-metals. Removal of impurities associated with the isolated crude metal is called refining process. Let us discuss distillation and liquefaction methods. This method is employed to purify crude metals. Let's see about distillation. Low boiling volatile metals can be purified by this method. Example: zinc boiling point 1080 Kelvin, mercury boiling point 630 Kelvin. In this method, impure metal is heated above its boiling point so that it can form vapors. Vapors means it's get evaporated. The vapors of the pure metal are then condensed to get the pure metal. For example, let us heat the zinc metal. After reaching its boiling point, the zinc metal gets vaporized. Then impurities do not vaporize, they are separated. Next, liquefaction. This method is employed to remove the impurities with high melting points from metals having relatively low melting points. In this process, the crude metal is heated to form fusible liquid and allowed to flow on a sloping surface. The impure metal is placed on sloping head of a laboratory furnace and it is heated just above the melting point of the metal in the absence of air. The molten pure metal flows down and the impurities are left behind. The molten metal is collected and saltified. For example, tin, lead, mercury, and bismuth are purified by this process. Next is electrolytic refining. The crude metal is refined by electrolysis. It's carried out in an electrolytic cell containing aqueous solution of the salts of the metal. The electrolytic cell must need anode, cathode, and electrolyte. Anode is a positive rod, cathode is a negative rod, and electrolyte we are going to take that metal in solution form. Rods of impure metal is taken as anode. For example, in a container, we are going to fill the electrolyte and keep the anode and cathode rods. This is a anode positive, this is a cathode negative rod. This anode is impure metal. Next, cathode. Cathode is a negative rod. Which impure metal is taken as an anode? That metal's pure form is a cathode. Pure metal is act as cathode. Impure metal act as anode. For example, if we want to purify silver, impure form of silver is taken as an anode, pure form is a cathode. Thin strips of pure metal is taken as cathode. Next, we need electrolyte. That electrolyte is aqueous solution of the metallic salt is taken as electrolyte. While passing the electricity, the metal from the anode start to dissolve in the solution, and this metal is deposited on cathode. The impurities present in the anode settle at the down of the anode. Let's see what's happened here. In the anode, metal atoms are present. They are converted as metal ions. The charge of metal ions is positive. These metal ions are attracted by negative cathode rod. So, the metal ions from the anodes are deposited on the cathode rod. Remaining, what is present in the anode? Impurities. That impurities are dissolved and settle at the down of the anode because they don't have any charge. They simply settle down at the bottom as a mud. This mud is settled at the down of the anode, so it's called as anode mud. Simply they are present at the down of the anode, so they are called as anode mud. Mud means it's a waste. Let's see the definition of anode mud. During electrolysis, less electropositive impurities in the anode settle down at the bottom. It is called anode mud. Using this method, we can refine copper, zinc and silver. Copper, zinc and silver. Let us understand this process by considering electrolytic refining of silver as an example. First, let's set the electrolytic cell of silver. We need anode. Anode already we learned that is a impure metal. So, here we are going to take impure silver rod because we are taking which metal here? Silver. So, impure silver rod. Then cathode. Cathode is a pure form. So, pure silver. Next is a electrolyte. Electrolyte also must present that metal which has to be purified. So, acidified aqueous solution of silver nitrate is taken as electrode. acidified aqueous solution of silver nitrate. Now we have anode, cathode and electrolyte. With the use of this, we are going to pure that silver. Already we learned how to set this electrolytic cell. Anode is a impure silver metal. Then cathode is a pure silver metal. Anode is a impure silver, cathode is a pure silver. When a current is passed through the electrodes, the following reaction will take place. At anode, the metal silver present in the anode is dissolved as metal ions in the solution, so aqueous. Metal atom is a solid, then metal atom convert as a metal ion, so we write as a aqueous. So Ag convert as Ag plus. Then it release one electron. Ag is convert as Ag plus and it release one electron. After converting the silver atom into silver ion, what will happen? The silver ion is going to deposit it on cathode. So at cathode, the silver ion from aqueous solution, it absorbs one electron and deposited on the cathode as a solid. So already anode, the solid silver is there. That solid silver impure form is convert as a pure form when it reached cathode. The impurity from the anode is settled down at the bottom of the anode. Now we get the pure metal from the cathode. Just like silver, we can purify other metals such as copper and zinc. From this topic, these questions are possible. They are: what is the principle in electrolytic refining? Explain the electrolytic refining of silver. What is anode mud?